We just finished our author event at the library and we walked past a bookshop and there were all these chairs and people in there. And we were looking and being like, oh, as we're walking past.
And they were just staring back at us.
Staring.
As if like, what are you looking at?
Watching.
Close your cut. And then we got onto the topic of looking through people's windows as we walk home.
We're not creepy.
We're not creepy. We just like to just observe the world.
Yes, we do. People watching.
Taylor Swift does it.
Exactly.
Well, it's fine.
Hey everyone, it's Eliza. I just wanted to give a quick bookish update about what I'm reading. I'm currently almost halfway through Every Time She Wakes by Petronella McGovern, which is a psychological thriller, mystery, sort of suspense kind of book. I also apologise for the birds, the dogs, the cars that you'll hear in the background because I am outside because it's quite a nice sunny wintry day. This book is one of those that I think the less you know the better, but I'll just give you a little bit of an idea because I did go to the book launch party of this where Petronella McGovern, the author, was interviewed. The author and the interviewer both did a good job discussing the novel, the themes, the ideas and the characters without giving away the plot. But the basic premise is that there's this woman called Suze. She and her family live on the precipice of bushland in Sydney, and one of the cool things about this, living in Sydney, is that so many places in here that are mentioned I know. She and her family live on the edge of bushland. There are bushfires going on. It's set in November, so in the lead up to summer. Each time jump it has one of these and says how far away the fire is, and the family are mentally kind of preparing for the fact that it could come towards them and where they live and that they may need to evacuate. And one night there are firefighters that show up and say, you need to evacuate, come with us, and they do, and then they realize that they may not be who they say they are. They may not be firefighters there to help them, but actually are kidnappers in disguise, and they have no idea why because they're an ordinary family and they have no idea what's happening. Then Suze wakes up and she's gone back in time by 2 weeks. Does she have a brain tumor? Is something going on with her? Or is this a parallel universe? Or what could have happened and why? I am about a third, almost halfway through. She doesn't just go back in time or wake up in a different reality that one time. I don't know how many times this cycle will happen. In each jump, there always seems to be something that is different or multiple things that are different. There's a lot of family dynamics going on with her husband, her 2 daughters, and her parents, as well as elements of her job and how her job and family life and her mysterious past that we find out bits and bobs about throughout the story, how they are all coinciding. As the reader, you're working out who would want to or who has motive to do something to this family. Is it against her, the husband, the daughters? It's just what I need right now because it's a very intriguing, propulsive, keeps you hooked, makes you wonder. Like I said, I'm really enjoying the setting because I'm familiar with a lot of the places being mentioned, which also happened in her other book that I've read called The Good Teacher, which I read when it came out in like 2020. I only started it yesterday morning. I do like the exploration of family dynamics and all the different ways that our main character is being pulled in with all her different responsibilities with her job, her friends, her family, her parents. It's quite realistic of the demands on women, especially mothers, working mothers, in terms of family, domestic duties. I have my suspicions of who the culprit might be of... Oh, my book just fell now. Who it might be who's organised the kidnapping situation. I just have a bit of a feeling, but also at the point that I'm at now, there's been a bit more backstory added about our main character in relation to other background characters. Maybe it is that direction, or maybe it's what I'm thinking. I love to speculate when I read thrillers, mysteries and everything, because it gets me thinking. Because she is a psychologist, there's little tidbits about psychology and even personality types, which I don't think is a recognized psychological thing. Also little tidbits about, for example, her daughter who's at university is studying philosophy, and she discusses with the mother about time and the concept of parallel universes, but it doesn't get too metaphysical. It's very digestible because it's just little pieces of information. For example, in the first page, her daughter says, "Time isn't real, Mum. It's an illusion. We only have the present, this moment now. The future doesn't yet exist, so I can't possibly tell you what time I'll be home." So far, so good. Really enjoying the intrigue. It's not repetitive because each time there are changes in her reality. Or is it reality? We don't know. There's also a bit of an antagonist of a radio host man. It's actually mentioned at one point that he is a bit similar to a certain president and a certain film producer who have been accused, allegedly, of doing things. The radio host guy also reminds me of some Australian radio hosts who are vulgar, and even a UK TV presenter that is also misogynistic and yet is given a platform. So it does reflect real life. I'm going to follow the sun and keep reading, and I will talk to you later. Laura found a hat.
We'll come back for it.
Choo choo. Stab stab. Was that not good for you?
Oh, you'll smell it.
Cinnamon?
No.
Hold on, give me another whiff. I don't like it. Spice.
Is a noun, but a different type of noun.
What? Woodlands.
Woodlands. Think of the woods.
It smells like Christmas, but I don't like it.
It smells like cinnamon.
I know it, but I don't know it. Rose.
Maybe.
Oh.
Rose. Geranium?
Geranium.
Geranium? What is geranium?
It's just flower. I don't know. I don't even know what it looks like. What?
It's a trinket box. Throw on trinkets.
I don't know what it is. Patchouli. I don't like it. Again, we don't know what patchouli really is.
No. Gill moments. I'm a Gill.
And?
I have moments. Relatable. I do that too.
Cute.
I do that. I don't do that.
I was looking at this. We were saying we should share custody of this because we both like it. 1 week with mommy and then 1 week with daddy. Who's daddy? Then this beautiful colouring book, which has super thick, beautiful paper. Like, I want it all. I want it now. Get it.
Treat yourself.
No, we say that for everything. What are you saying?
Saying I love the Odyssey. Can't wait to see it. I just finished a book called Locked In, Season 1, and it's marketed as Love Island Cross Squid Games. And it's
Thriller Love Island.
thriller. So I was waiting for the Squid Game element to come in, and it only came in at like 80% of the novel. So, but I made the mistake of reading it at nighttime, so I got very, very scared once I finished it. But it was really good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I read it within a day, and it's like 400 pages long.
Yeah.
So it's fast paced, so I'd recommend it. And I'm currently reading My Dark Vanessa, which is enjoyable. I'm just taking a little while to read it, but baby steps. We'll see.
Recommended by me.
Recommended.
Gifted by me.
Bought, yes, for birthday.
I haven't read it since it came out in 2020, but I really liked it. But it is confronting as well. Very autumnal.
Autumnal, yeah. Very autumnal. Yes, because he describes her hair as like,
Isn't her hair
Leaf.
fiery red?
no, it's like brown. Or maybe because it's autumnal. The red.
I remember the imagery was really pretty, but then it was
Not such a pretty concept.
no. Whole time.
I only bought a hat. I am only talking to my dog today.
Yes, and me,
And Eliza.
and maybe your husband.
And maybe. Possibly.
Before the light disappears, I just wanted to tell you about what I got today from my day with Laura in Mossman. We had fun. We went to 2 different bookshops. Who's there? I saw so many cute dogs today, and this is just one more. We went to the Harry Hartog bookshop, and before that the Three Sparrows bookshop. The Three Sparrows bookshop is an independent bookshop, and I really like it in there. It's small but surprisingly fits a lot in there, and both shops have a really good selection for gifts and cards and things like that. I didn't get a book to read, but I did get a sticker book, a book lovers sticker book with a real artist, because I feel like so many sticker books, the closer you look, the more AI usage there may seem to be. But this one, the colours and everything are so cute. Kind of reminds me of stickers that used to come with Kiki K diaries back in the day. I also got from Arms of Eve a necklace that I just was so obsessed with from the get-go. I always loved different mythologies. I actually started with Egyptian mythology and then went more into Greek over time, but Egyptian mythology was the OG, and look. Isn't it beautiful? It was on sale as well. It wasn't too expensive. Let me put it on now, see what happens. I'm wearing just the right top. This other necklace that I wear most of the time is also from Arms of Eve, as is this bracelet. Stretchy, so you can easily get it on and off. It was a really nice little day out, and we had a lot of fun sniffing candles, talking about all different topics. I haven't read anything today, but I might keep reading a bit of Every Time She Wakes later. I'll update you later. Well, suddenly the sun is out in my eyeballs. Hey, it's me again. I am like 3/4 of my way through this, and it's heating up. Keen to find out what happens. I have some ideas, but I don't really have a fully formed picture of how everything is connected, because there is quite a cast of characters who are not all linked, but also you're wondering if you can trust everyone. So I'm going to keep reading and try to finish this today, and I'll let you know how I go. I finished Every Time She Wakes by Petronella McGovern. Review coming now. I finished this book yesterday. I read that last 100 pages in one go. It really did a good job of wrapping things up at the end with a few twisty bits as well, because like I said previously, you're wondering how everything connects. It comes together in a satisfying way. This book can at times be tense, but I feel like it definitely errs more into the mystery of why is this all happening and who is the culprit. I found it propulsive in a way of me wanting to solve what was happening and why, but I never felt the real adrenaline like a thriller. I didn't really get that overt stressful feeling while reading this. It doesn't get into all this metaphysical, hard to read stuff at all. It's very accessible, and almost at times I felt like it was more tell rather than show of explaining things between characters, especially our protagonist. It was all quite spelled out for you what she was experiencing. Not everyone in this story is likable. I did like that I was questioning of everyone. You find out different things throughout the story that makes you wonder about our cast of characters and who is trustworthy, who isn't, who is telling a half-truth and omitting certain facts. There is a lot of reflection on how the choices we make in life affect our trajectory in life and the outcomes and what our journey of life will look like. Very sliding doors. The flow-on effect, like ripples of what happens when you make one choice or don't make a choice. I found that really interesting, as well as when there were little psychological aspects. There's also social commentary on modern life today. We have one of the characters is an influencer, part of an influencer family, and the ethics around that of how people use their children as props essentially to make money through social media. We also have a very questionable radio host who spouts lies and misinformation to divide people, and you're really waiting for him to have his comeuppance, but he's in a position of power, so you don't know if he's actually going to get that. There are the main character's parents who are very old-fashioned and limited in their worldview and just infuriating. She doesn't want to do the same for her own children, so that generational trauma or generational patterns concept was explored in this too. And again, I really liked the fact that this was set in Sydney with places that I know and have been to and places that I love as well. I could really easily visualize where they were, what was happening, which might not ring true for people who aren't in Sydney or at least aren't in Australia, but I found that aspect really enjoyable and fun. The way it ended was satisfying, and it addressed a lot of the things that I was wondering about, but it also doesn't spell out every single thing. I do have one qualm as well, which is with the cover, because I love the sort of fractured lines, like the time loops, jumping, fractured life metaphor, whatever, but our main character is meant to be 49, and I don't think this character looks like she's 49 with 2 teenage kids. Do you know what I mean? In some ways, this book was just what I needed, because there was enough going on that I had a whole bunch of questions and was predicting or making certain possible conclusions of what could happen. As we went along, I did get a few things right, but it was quite fractured. I didn't have the whole picture of everything until basically the very end. So I liked that too, that I kept guessing and having to try to work things out. In some ways, you could say this also reads a bit more like literary fiction in how it delves into aspects of motherhood, relationships, family dynamics, because our main character is trying to juggle all her many roles of mother, wife, psychologist, and daughter, and being her own person. And also helping the neighbor next door, like all these things. I'd probably give this a 3.5. I would recommend this if you're looking for a slightly different kind of thriller, but not if you're looking for beautiful classical kind of language, because it is well written, but sometimes lacks a little bit of subtlety when communicating about characters or situations. I'm intrigued to possibly read other books from this author, especially because she is in Australia, and I always find that really fun when I read books set in places that I know. Thanks for joining me on my journey of reading Every Time She Wakes by Petronella McGovern. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more bookish content from me, and I will see you in the next video.